Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, with the side. But I just rob you on the job. My energy, feeling tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's airspace that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. The city dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars that shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yeah, salute. What's good, everybody? Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Let's get it popping, man. Knicks down in the Valley of the Sun today, 3:30 game, man. We're going to talk about the game, get into all that, man. And just recap what happened the other day on a 111-101 loss to the Golden State Warriors the other night. We're going to, me and Shop Powell, get in and break all that down. But first and foremost, salute to everybody out there. Salute to the chat. Hope everybody having a good Sunday, man, and ready to get in here with us and get it popping. And we'll take it from there, man. Shop Powell, what's popping, brother?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. We in Phoenix there in the Valley of the Sun. Knicks going out to Phoenix, man, up in Arizona and try to get a W and try to bounce back off the loss the other night to the Golden State Warriors. We want to try to get back to 500 over, whatever, man, and playing some pretty good basketball. So we're trying to get back to a game over 500. But the other night we just kind of didn't have it, in certain aspects of the game. Jalen Brunson didn't have it the other night. RJ, he had point, but his efficiency wasn't there. Cam Reddish was playing, but he got an injured, growing injury. Overall, we just we played, we competed, man. We know we had a chance to get to that. We just couldn't get over that hump. It seems like, man, we got down to 10, but we seemed like we couldn't get it no lower than that for some reason. And the one guy that didn't have a good season so far, Klay Thompson kind of ran the muck that night. But other than that, man, hey, we lost, but we competed. And I think Shop Howard talked about that the other night, that even we lose the game, we compete. And I think we competed much good. I think Cam Reddish did a good job on Steph Curry, but until he got the growing injury, and Jericho Sims played well. I'm also some good things there, something that we just didn't. I didn't expect Jalen Brunson to have the night that he had. And I think that kind of made it difficult. We kind of used to him having dropped on 20 points here and there, but Jalen Brunson didn't have it the other night, so that was a tale of of two different games for me with him. He was going popping all season long. Then the other night against Steph Curry, and then we just didn't have it. But you know what? We still at 500, 8-8. We did the fight another day. That starts the day. Shot Powell out there in Phoenix.
Yeah, it was a rough looking game. The last game that played, and we just some of the guys didn't perform as well as we seen them play. So we live to fight another day. We know for the next time that this team, the Golden State, really played well against us, and we didn't have guys to score that game. So, and we still stayed competitive. So that, if you want to look at that in hindsight, that was a good outing. So we competed. We got it down to like 10-8, 10 something like that. We just couldn't get over the hump, man. We couldn't get our guys going. So tonight, I hope we can a little earlier game for them against a different team, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, real talk. It's almost like a matinee game for them over there, but for us 3:30 over here. But for them, it's a matinee game. But we're just gonna come out there and put all that behind us, move forward to this game, and obviously Chris Paul won't be there tonight. So you got a chance to not have a savvy veteran like that running the game. That you still got Devin Booker, still got DeAndre Ayton, you still got Payne, Mikal Bridges. I think Cameron Payne might be out. Not Cameron Payne. I'm going to say Cam Johnson. I have to look at that. But they got a pretty good team there. Their defense have been playing pretty good. They haven't been playing good this year. So hopefully we could take advantage of their defense role down in Phoenix right now. and then we see if we can really get it popping, man. But I'm optimistic we can go in there and try to fight another day. You know what's crazy, man? You look at our schedule: win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So but except for the other, we had 1, 2 in a row. We staying at 500, and that's not bad right now. Compared to what we have with the roster with no Mitchell Robinson, things of that nature. So and people like that, and RJ not being in this bag fully right now, and we still kind of managed to stay 500. Hopefully, when RJ get it popping, Mitchell Robinson get back. Hopefully, Cam Reddish don't be out too long with that growing injury. But it's all good, man. Salute to my brother Danny, man. Salute Danny, salute P Nice, Pud Nice, Jermaine. Salute to you, my man, brother Jermaine. Appreciate y'all getting in here on this Knicks Giant Jet Sunday. A lot of things going on, man. But Knicks got a game in another about 45 minutes. So we just got to bounce back, man. I like what we played. We held Steph Curry to a minimal game, not letting him run amok on us. Salute to Cam Reddish for playing that man hard. I was concerned that when they put Superman switchball salute, real talk. When they put Cam Reddish on Steph Curry, I was like, oh my God, was it good from a size height advantage, but man, to try to chase that young man all around the court all that night, Cam Reddish, and that was hard to do. So I see why he maybe got that growing injury trying to chase Steph Curry all around that court all night long. But hopefully it's not something that don't linger too long. He get back with the Knicks and get ready to get it popping. So hope Cam Reddish get it done. For the start lineup for today, for the Knicks, man, we're gonna pretty much go with the same lineup except for other than Cam Reddish. We got Jalen Brunson, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle. Excuse me, guys. Let me get that up there for you guys. I apologize for that. But I think we're going to go with the same typical lineup as the other day for the New York Knicks. And it's going to be, let's put it up there right quick. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. We got Jalen Brunson and Cam Reddish obviously not going to be there. R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Isaiah Hartenstein. I think I heard they might put Fournier back in there, Shaw Powers, which I would kind of love to see, like, Quentin Grimes get in there, but I understand what he's trying to do there, though. So if you're gonna replace Cam Reddish with Evan Fournier, so be it. He's a veteran. He know what he's doing, and that'd be fine. For the Phoenix Suns, they're gonna roll out Cameron Payne, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Torrey Craig, and DeAndre Ayton. Pretty good defense team there with Mikal Bridges and Torrey Craig and DeAndre Ayton. Pretty good defense squad right there in the front court. So let's see if Jalen Brunson then can take advantage of the backcourt. Devin Booker is not a great defender, but he plays, but he's not a great defender. Maybe the Knicks can capitalize off that and have a better offense productive game, because that game against Golden State, obviously, Klay Thompson can deal with the best of one of the best two-guard defenders in the game. You know what Draymond Green could do. Kevin Looney is pretty solid. You know what I mean? So, they had, and obviously Andrew Wiggins is a good defense ball player. So, I can see why the Knicks score 1-on-1. But I'm hoping that RJ really Shaw Powers try to come out there and be a little bit more efficient tonight, because he did score, but he haven't got to that efficiency level yet, and we do got to raise the level on that three point line. But on the injury front, they just got Chris Paul out, and we got Mitch Robinson probable, questionable, whatever, and we got obviously Cam Reddish out questionable with that growing injury. Let's see if the Knicks can capitalize of some way, and use this game to try to get back over 500.
Yeah, this would be a perfect game to see Mitchell Robinson come back, and hopefully the element that Reddish is having is minor, that maybe he could play some minutes tonight too. I did see some things about Fournier coming back into the lineup if Reddish is not starting, and I'm on the fence with it. I wouldn't mind. I seen Grimes come in last game towards the end of the game. Shoot a couple of shots. He made a good big 3-pointer last game. So, I mean, if we're gonna go with if we're gonna make a move in the starting lineup and Cam Reddish can't go, I believe they should try to start Quentin Grimes. I mean, they started Quentin Grimes over Evan Fournier to start with, so why not start him again?
Yeah, real talk. Salute to Sherwin. I use various ones. I use sometimes ESPN, which they got Cam Reddish, Chris Paul, Landry Shamet. Sometimes I use fans. I think fans data. It varies. A lot of them don't be totally on point, but them the ones I use. Sometimes I do ESPN and I do fans data. I think that's the name of it. And sometimes I use lineup. So it's hard to say, man. But them the ones I use. So I appreciate the question. I do, Danny. Just to answer your question real quick, I do see that happen. I think by the trading deadline, the Knicks going to make a move. I don't think this roster there's no way they stay like the way they are, and you that Fournier sit there and don't get that playing time. So I do think they will make a move. I don't know what it's going to be, but I can see it happening, Danny, for sure. I can see the Knicks making a move between now and the trading deadline. And I think it only makes sense, no matter what they do, whether that's to free up some roster spots. We heard, obviously, I don't want to get off topic, but we did hear about Derrick Rose. We heard about Quickly, the Quickly situation, team calling about him, which I kind of hope that don't happen, but it's hard to say, Danny. But I think they will, though. But, as far as where the team is right now, you know what, God, we're not even playing good basketball, man, and we 500. I mean, I think that's a blessing, to a degree. Take it for what it's worth. We're not beating the teams. We beat a couple of good teams. They were missing their quality players when we played, obviously, the Utah Jazz, Rudy Gobert. Then we went in Denver. Obviously, we beat them, but they didn't have Aaron Gordon and Joker. But you play who in front of you. A win is a win. We ain't the only ones playing teams that don't have their star players with them. Just like we went up against the guys and they didn't have their star players. There's another team that's going to go up against the guys and they don't have their star players. So you just got to play who in front of you. But to be 8-8 and we have it, and with RJ not playing his best ball, no Mitchell Robinson, Shot Powell, I'm kind of, and everybody's still trying to get in the groove. I feel pretty good, man. And I feel like once we get this thing together, we can get on. RJ can be more consistent. I think once he gets consistent, this team will be all right. But right now, we beat the lower echelon teams. We competing against the higher echelon team, but we just haven't got over that full hump. But I think we're going to be all right. And it's a good night tonight, even though they don't have Chris Paul, Landry Shamet. It'd be a good night for the Knicks to go out there and try to get a win. But we're going to miss Cam Reddish with that wing defense, though. But hopefully that if Fournier start, that means you do get to see more Quentin Grimes today, which is good for him because he need to be in there because he's been out injured, and then plus he was out of the rotation for a couple of games. So it might be good to see Quentin Grimes coming in and play a little defense tonight. Maybe he can help contain Devin Booker the best he can. And it might pay dividends at the end of the day, but it's definitely going to be a tough challenge against that team. Because that team is potent, you know what I mean. But we'll see. I think the Knicks could be in any game. They go out there and do the things that we normally think they could do. If they do that, I think we got a chance to play well tonight. Not saying we're gonna win, but we're gonna predict the win. Not saying they're gonna win, but we just gonna hope that they go in there and play their best ball. Because I think if the game against Golden State, if Jalen Brunson didn't have a subpar game, might have been a different story in that game. You know what I mean? But we missed that where he was giving us, you know what I mean? So let's hope that I can turn it around today.
Yeah, that's that was one of the big caveats to us losing the other game. I believe that Jalen Brunson didn't have a good game, and that's the bottom line, with a better turnout, maybe a 15, 20-point game, a 20, 22-point game, what he's been scoring recently, we would have probably pulled out that win. So, I mean, it is what it is. We move on to the next one, and tonight we got Phoenix. This team, is less their point guard tonight, and we need to get Brunson going tonight. There's some things that could happen tonight, and maybe we might there was some jokes on Twitter that we may leave some players over there tonight and bring a player back with us. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jay Crowder out there. There's noise out there. You know what, man? I'm like I said. You know what? We know it's a long season, man. But like I said, the Cats are 8-8, man. I mean, whether and the expectations shouldn't be astronomically, knowing that a lot of people didn't have the Knicks even at 500. Some people had the Knicks at, like I said, 37, 38, 39 win. And right now they not playing good and they have 500. I think you got to take that in consideration. Everybody, you got to take that in consideration that the Knicks are literally under at 500 and we're not even playing well. And we know RJ gonna. That's just how we know he's gonna get his shit together. That's not even a question to me because he's been doing that his whole first 3 years. This is fourth year in the league. The first 3 years, sometimes he started off a little sluggish, but he wound up picking it up. I think losing Mitchell Robinson was a big thing for us. But we'll see. We got to see how Tibbs and the Knicks gonna respond today. But like I said, normally we lose the game, we wind up winning the next one. We might lose we just playing the ball. We are a 500 team right now. And let's hope that once it all gel, we can get better. But right now, we eighth in the Eastern Conference. I mean, and I think you got to take that for what it is, knowing that we haven't had our interior presence with Mitchell Robinson. I love what Jericho said was doing. That's why I'm hoping they do make a move somewhere. I think if you move two people, you could do a lot of the Knicks could do a lot of things. If you decide to move on for Fournier, whether it be Rose, then you could all quickly whatever when you do. you can kind of shift everything down. You could put whoever if quickly gonna back up Brunson, then that means you got Cam Reddish and Grimes. Then you kind of literally could shift Obi Toppin to play 3 every now and then with RJ Barrett. Now you can move Jericho Sims to back up Julius Randle. Now I think Jericho Sims really could do that. The game, hey Jay Tucker, the game is at 3:30. Superman Jay Tucker, appreciate you coming on, Jay Tucker. The game is at 3:30. That's why we came in a little early today, to do what we do. But salute to all you guys, salute to the chat. That's where it's at, man. My man P Nice, Jay Tucker, Tim, everybody, man. We open up in a minute, you know what I mean? But so I just think we just gotta kind of get that roster solidified by moving a couple of players. Then I think a lot of our guys in the chat and Nick Nation will be happy knowing that Grimes to be in there. You will have Cam Reddish in there. You will have Jericho Sims literally back up the power forward spot every now and then because he could put the ball on the floor. It might not be so much about his offense, but man, the cat doubling it right now. So it's going to be interesting to see because if you got Mitchell Robinson and Mitchell Robinson and Harkenstein, have Julius Randle and Jericho Sims. Then you're going to have Obi Toppin and RJ or Cam Reddish, whatever. So I just think we got to move a couple of people, man. If we do that, I think we might be all right moving forward. Then I think the roster be balanced and everybody get their minutes. So let's see how it goes. But I think we got to go in there tonight and put that game behind us. But we competed, though. I didn't want to get blowed out and Golden State the other night, Shot Powers. And I think you had mentioned that the other night in the chat. You said even if we don't win, just don't get blowed out. And we competed. Like I said, I think Cam Reddish wouldn't have went down with that growing because he said he kind of hurt them early in the game. He kind of trying to play through it. So if he wouldn't have probably went out the game and Jalen Brunson if Jalen Brunson would have had a Jalen Brunson game, I think the Knicks would have won that game. They did a good job on him on the defense side. They only gave up 111 and they held Steph. Give Cam Reddish a flower because he didn't let Steph Curry run amok. So I think that was a good look for the Knicks. So you got to take that positive out of it, even though we lost. It was a positive thing coming out of it. And even though Draymond Green is probably one of the better defenders in the game, Julius Randle still, got 20 points or whatever. So you got to salute the Knicks on that front. And they didn't let Jordan Poole get real crazy. And that was nice, man. Salute to my man Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis was popping, brother. Salute to you as well. So, we got to take some positive out of the game. And we lost, but you still got to take some positive out of the game because, like I said, a minus Jalen Brunson, a minus RJ from a field goal efficiency. Cam Reddish getting injured, and so on and so on. We still found a way to stay in that game. So salute to the Knicks on that front. But we wanted the W instead of the L, but we'll take it though.
Yeah, we just got to get out there and play some basketball tonight. We need Jalen Brunson to overcome what he had the last game, and there was rumors going around that like majority of the team has this sickness going around, like a cold flu, like going through the team, and hopefully all of them got some rest, got up and drunk some tea with some lemon and honey or whatever you want to call it, and try to be better for a game today. We got to get out there and push that pace, man. We got to push some pace, grab some rebounds, and hit some free throws, and we should be an enjoyable game watching this team play against and this is a contending team in the West too, so we need a win tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it on the injury report. I don't even see Mitchell Robinson on the ESPN injury report. He's not even listed on that. Only got Cam Reddish on here. The good thing about that, even if Cam Reddish is out, Obi Toppin can get more minutes right now. And that maybe that don't hinder Jericho Sims. Like I said, he can go back there and play the power forward spot, and let Harkenstein and Randall. Harkenstein and Mitchell Robinson maintain the center spot. I do want to see Harkenstein get a little bit back into his bag a little more. I think the last couple of games he haven't been Harkenstein. The defense has not been there, and that's been Achilles' heel for us on the interior. So we got to hope Harkenstein can bounce back. But having Mitchell Robinson, if he get back, just to kind of have that defense present, to allow people from just penetrating down there and thinking they can come in there and get buckets. Because they didn't, other than my man the other night, Klay Thompson, they didn't shoot a lot of threes on us, man. They really would get their buckets in the paint. And except for when Jericho Sims was in there, he was blocking shots and rebounding. So let's see if they could turn this thing around. It's going to be tough to play against the Phoenix Suns. They got a great team. Cats been in the last couple of years, been close to they've been to the finals, Western Conference Finals. They got a quality team. They got a quality coach and Monty Williams, and they got shooters all over the place. They got a pretty good front line with DeAndre Ayton. Like I said, them cats can get busy now. So, we just got to go in there and play hard 100 for 48 minutes and leave it all on the floor and make sure our defense come to the table again. And hopefully Jalen Brunson have a better game. Hopefully RJ can get a little bit more efficient. By today, let's hope RJ feeling a little better, from the sickness that he had. If you're feeling a little better every day as you get a little bit more healthier, your energy might be different, but you definitely got to get that 3-ball popping. The whole Knicks team need to get that 3-ball popping. You think about it, guys. We 8-8 and we shooting terrible from the 3-point line. That says something to me. You not shooting the 3-ball well, and you still at 500. So, and eventually, I think they will shoot better. Just like last year, they turned it around later on in the season. Let's hope that the Knicks can turn this thing around, man, and shoot a little better from the 3-point area. Continue to play some defense, push the pace, like Shaw Powell's always saying. Maybe we can come out there with a victory tonight. You know what I mean? But I'm really happy right now if we can come off this West Coast trip at where we at. Say we win or lose there, hopefully we can make up for what the Thunder did to us at Madison Square Garden, go down to OKC and beat the cats in their building. Because I'm quite sure that's going to be on the back of their mind, knowing that SGA came in there and the Thunder dropped 145 on us. So hopefully when we go into Oklahoma City tomorrow, because this is a back-to-back, everybody. So just remember, the Knicks will play tomorrow in Oklahoma City. Then after that, we fly home and they'll be back at the Garden. So let's see if these cats can capitalize off this thing tonight, man. And they can eke out a win. They eke out a win, then they 9-8. And we come back off the West Coast trip 9-8 or 9-9 or 10-8. There's nothing to complain about, and we still haven't really even hit our stride yet. So, and I think we can get back to it, man. Let's hope so, Shaw Powell. And that'd be a good moral victory for this team to know that we came off the West Coast trip and we still at 500 or better. That got to be impressive to me, knowing that one of our better players has not been playing well, and we still managed to come off the road trip with over 500. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I was looking up a couple of things. They projecting Cam Reddish to start, but if Cam Reddish doesn't start, it looks like Quentin Grimes might slide into that position and play. To play. I just seen that off of fan side and SMB, whatever that is. So both of them project Cam Reddish to play tonight. So let's see what happens. And they also they do have Quentin Grimes and Mitchell Robinson as questionable, which is a move up from what they were the last time that they. Grimes was questionable last game. Mitchell Robinson was not questionable. He wasn't going to play. So for the two quick little sites that I just looked up, they both project that Cam Reddish might play tonight. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, real talk. I would love for Cam Reddish. I would love for Cam Reddish or Quentin Grimes to start at the 2 spot because Devin Booker's a handful, and we know Evan Fournier can't do nothing with no Devin Booker. So I would love to see. I would love to see the Knicks start Grimes at that 2 today. If Cam Reddish playing, then obviously it's Cam Reddish, and we love that the defense that Cam Reddish has been putting on display lately. So if Reddish is not there, I think the Knicks should start Quentin Grimes because, like I said, Fournier would not be able to do nothing with Devin Booker, and that's real talk right there. So let's see how it goes. And that's a good thing about having guys who could, like Quentin Grimes, who could defend and do things that it makes the game a little bit easier on the defense side of the ball for the New York Knicks. But let's see, man. Let's see how it goes tonight. I'm confident we go in there and play hard, and we've been playing. Though we not peaking the way we want to right now, but we stay in there. And the most important thing is to stay there. The Knicks is not 4. They're not what we 8-8. They're not 4-12. They're not 5-11. The Knicks is literally 8-8. That's not bad, guys. That really real talk, man. And especially with, like I said, RJ Barrett not doing what he's doing yet. They're still trying to find themselves with players like Cam Reddish and Grimes haven't played the whole season. You got to kind of give these cats a little credit. Yeah, you're right, Jeff Wood. I agree with you with that. Hope they took the Dayquil. They're going to need it. Yeah, D-Quil. I don't like the way our Giants is playing as well. But, you know what? We just got to just go out there and keep playing, man. That's a long season. You know what I mean? We 66 games in or something like that or into the season now. These games move fast, man. The season go fast. Before you know it, we be on a halfway point. But if the Knicks come back off the road trip, Shaw Powers, like I said, I always try to say when we get to 20 games, hopefully we'll see where we at. But man, right now you can't feel too bad about the Knicks, man. I know it's a lot of pessimism about Tibbs, a lot of pessimism about RJ stinking it up right now. I mean, but that's just basketball. You know what I mean? It's peaks and valleys, man. It's peaks and valleys. You know, and right now you look at a lot of teams with superstars, they ain't playing good as we are playing. So they don't think the Knicks ain't the only ones that ain't playing too well in the NBA. You got guys like the Brooklyn Nets with their superstars, and a lot of teams got superstars and they're not playing that well. So it's just a grind, man. It's just a grind of the NBA. It's a long season, but it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And hopefully we can after these 20 games we can get in the gear. But I think the most important thing tonight is go out there and contain Devin Booker a little bit. I would love to see them start Jericho Sims on DeAndre Ayton just because of the physicality and the athleticism. I think he'll eat Hartenstein up. I just think he will. And then Cameron Payne and Jalen Brunson. I don't have a problem with that matchup. Then obviously Mikal Bridges and RJ. If RJ can get this bad, Mikal is an excellent defender. So RJ gonna have to work for everything he got tonight, just like he had to work against Andrew Wiggins. But let's see if these cats can go in there, man, and steal one. We steal one tonight. We over 500. So no matter what happens tomorrow, we come back at the West Coast trip 9-9. I'm good. I really am at this time of the year. So if we do that, man, I think we all should pump the brakes on a lot of the stuff that what you got to write to a lot of the negativity or not. I don't even say negativity. It's the thoughts that you might feel like the Knicks is not good. Give the boys some time, man. It takes time. It really takes time, man. It's a long season. But right now, we going in tonight and getting our bag, and we can get it popping. And I think if we could do that tonight, we'll leave it at that, man. So, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there's a couple of sites that's saying Mitchell Robinson is available tonight. So, I mean, what a way to come back if he comes back playing against Ayton tonight. So, let's see what the lineups are. So there's so many predictions out there that I'm not sure what the lineup is going to look like starting tonight. But no matter what the lineup is going to be like, or how the Phoenix Suns lineup is going to be, we need to come out and push some pace, man. We got to get Jalen Brunson back acclimated to getting his short range game back in, dropping a couple of those jump shots and multi-fake moves that he does to get the ball in the basket, and hopefully he can excite us tonight with a couple of big 3-pointers tonight. If I'm not mistaken, he's shooting around 30% from 3-point range this year, so we need for him to pick it up. But overall, another person that I hope is better, feeling a little bit better, than took a double shot of NyQuil as well, is RJ Barrett. Need him to really pop a little bit tonight. Hit a couple of 3-pointers tonight, make some drives to the hole, and make some baskets going to the hole. Get some lift to his legs and a little strong with his body, and make a couple of those finishing moves tonight. We need the guys to step up tonight, man. Like you said, Divine, I want us to come off of this West Coast swing at least 500. We are predicted to be a quote-unquote 500 team anyway. So we just need to stay 500 until the trade deadline, and see what happens at the trade deadline, and get on a 8 to 10 game winning streak right after that trade. Right after the trade deadline, that could probably set us up for a playoff or play-in berth this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think we in a good position. If you ask anybody in the league, or and even in the chat, or anybody on who's a Knicks fan, would you not have been satisfied with the Knicks being 500 when they with the team and what they've been going through? Because think about this: they literally, if RJ Barrett would have popped the last couple of games, the Knicks probably would have won them. If we would have, from a consistent standpoint, if he would have popped the other night from an efficiency standpoint, because the game against Denver, the cat missed about 7 open threes. So think about once he get them threes hit, once he start hitting them, our whole team is shooting bad from the 3-point area. We literally collectively is not shooting good. And I think once that get better, just like last year, they started off kind of abysmal from the 3-point line, but as the season went on, they picked up the 3-point shooting. And they got there pretty good. So I think RJ is turning around. I do think that Jalen Brunson, he shot 37% last year from the 3-point line. He's shooting 30 now. Randall's shooting like 29%. Randall is capable of shooting up in the high 30s. And I think Cam Reddish's career is like 34, 35. So these guys are capable of shooting the three ball better. And then we just got to always maintain our defense. You know what I mean? And if we maintain our defense and do the things that we always do, say on the show, of pitching the pace, hitting the free throws. I'm happy about the charity stripe situation this year. The Knicks are literally shooting the charity stripe percentage is real good. So that's a good plus for us. Last year we stuck it up at. Think about this. Last year we shot 67% as a team from the charity stripe last year. Can you imagine last year if the Knicks would have shot like 75% like this year? We would have been in the playoffs. So I think we got to continue just to keep shooting that charity stripe percentage high until we get the 3-point shot popping. And once we get the 3-point percentage popping, then I think we're gonna be good. You know what I mean? I like lately, even when you think about it, they only gave up 111 to the Warriors. If you look at the Knicks' last couple of games, shot power, and that's what I'm so impressed with. If you kind of look at where their defense has been the last couple of games, apologize for that. Their defense have gotten much better. And that's one thing that we always harp on, that the defense win them championships. And if you look at the last couple of games, they only gave up 111, they only gave up 103, they only gave up 111, and other than that debacle and at the Garden against the Thunder, but our defense only been averaging pretty much like 108 a game. That's good. So our defense really have came around the last couple of games, man. I hope they continue that cycle tonight and play some good defense, and maybe our offense find a way to click. And maybe we can pull out a victory tonight at MSG, man. I'm not MSG out there in Phoenix, man. That'd be nice to see if we could do that. So let's see if we can go out there and compete tonight, and just try to keep fighting, man. It's a long keep fighting, scrapping, stay gritty, and do what you got to do. And then I think we'll be all right. Far as overall with the team, which direction they're gonna go, with the players, with the coach. One thing I can say about. We got what the Knicks probably looking at this little talent. Even I know how much Tim want to see Tibbs out of here, but if you move Tibbs, Jalen Brunson came here because of Tibbs. You know what I mean? Rick Brunson came here because of Tibbs. Much as we talk about the outside, the players like this guy. So let's hope that we start winning, then all this stuff will be nonchalant and be irrelevant. Let's hope RJ start popping, because you got to remember the Knicks ain't losing games because they're not getting coached well. RJ Barrett is not efficient right now. You know what I mean? We mentioned Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, great as he's been playing just the last game, which he's entitled to have a bad game. Nobody perfect. I think this team is right there, man. I mean, to me, it's no need to get too crazy, because if you fire Tibbs, you still got Tibbs' whole coaching staff there. You got his whole coaching, Andy Gear, all these guys. Let it play out at the halfway point of the season. If the Knicks fall out of contention, then you can make that noise. But I do think right now, I don't think it's no need to panic right now. Let these cats get healthy. Let them get their game together, because Jericho Sims coming around. I like the way Cam Reddish was playing. Hopefully, Quentin Grimes, Shot Powers can make an impact today. We would ask for the Fournier benching or trade. He did that. You know what I mean? He got him out of there, out of the rotation. So he playing a little bit more guys here and there. So I'm gonna give him a pass for right now, because I think you can't. It's a lot of teams in the NBA that's not 8-8, and they good teams. Good teams. If you look at the standards in the Eastern Conference, you would be like, wow. You know what I mean? We ain't playing good basketball, but we still there. And it's a lot of teams that ain't even playing good. They got the quality players, and they still under 500. So we got to see how it goes, man. Let's stay focused, and let's see if RJ can turn it around, and then these guys can contribute tonight and get a win in Phoenix, man. That's the most important thing right now. That I guarantee you, the Knicks is not moving. They're not making no coaching change right now. They're not doing that. They're gonna probably wait till the All-Star break or the end of the season. So I think we kind of stuck with Tibbs right now, because this team is not. They're not playing losing basketball, regardless of who they've not beaten. I think they still 500. I think you got to take that for what it is, Shop Howard.
Yeah, I don't see. The one thing that we can hope. One thing I hope for as a Knicks fan is that the Knicks come around with their 3-point shooting. If the Knicks, for me as a fan, if they start hitting their 3-point shooter, we'll be in a world better place. We also what we're lacking or what we're missing, for me as a Knicks fan, is RJ Barrett progression. We need him to get back in the rhythm like he started in the beginning of the year. Get back to feeling healthy, making some shots, making some open 3-pointers, making some drives to the hole. We also need to get back Mitchell Robinson down to solidify that center position. Although Ihart has been playing great basketball, but Sims has been playing excellent basketball. So that's another thing that's going to have to be worked out, because now the way Sims is playing on the court, when Mitchell Robinson comes back, who is the backup for Mitchell Robinson? Will it be Jericho Sims, or will it be Ihart? That's another question that we got to throw into the bowl and mix that up too. So, but what we are missing right now, us still being a 500 team, with projections of us getting better from the 3-point perimeter, from the 3-point shooting perimeter, and also getting Mitchell Robinson back, and maybe somehow implementing Grimes into the lineup. We're really lacking shooters right now. We really don't have like you look at some of the other teams that we've been playing, they have set up shooters, like something similar to what Fournier does. The caveat to that is that the players that I'm talking about from other teams that's play a little bit better defense than what Fournier is putting out there. But we are missing 3-point shooting and the Knicks, a steady guy that can go out there and possibly get you about 14 points a night. So, let's see what happens. As the team goes on, and as we fight to figure out how we're going to set this lineup up. Once again, I believe we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Like I said, I just want us to stay about 500 into the All-Star break. Once usually everybody's worked in, they've broken in a little bit. Everybody's getting that quote unquote second win by then, and I think we'll be just fine.
Yeah, real talk. Just to piggyback, this is important too, man, because this is important. The reason why I say I bring this up, because look at the Knicks 3-point shooting. Our star point guard, 29%. Our 2 guard, 32%. Our small forward, 25%. And our power forward, 33%. I don't care what coach you is. Shot Powers, I don't care who you is. If your team shooting that percentage for the 3-point line, I don't care if you Tibbs, I don't care if you Greg Popovich, I don't care if you Eric Spoelstra, I don't care who you are. If your team is shooting 29% from your point guard, 32% from your small shooting guard, 25% from your small forward, 33% from your power forward, and 25% from your center, I do not care who the coach is in the NBA. You ain't winning no games. You're going to struggle in games with that percentage. And I think that we got to, sometimes we got to like hold our players accountable too. Our players is not shooting the ball well in the league right now, where we're in a 3-point shooting league, and we one of the worst shooting teams in the league from 3-point. And you got 3 guys making $25 million. They not even shooting league average. 3 guys in that starting lineup who making 25 or better, they not even shooting league average. I don't care who you are. You're not gonna win games at a high pace until you get that. And I think that percentage is gonna come up. I just think it's only 16 games in the season. I think Jalen Brunson shot 37% last year. We know Cam Reddish could shoot league average. I think RJ numbers will come up. But as of right now, this is why we got to look at it from this standpoint. For me, we shooting bad, and we still 500. So can you imagine when eventually when our 3-point shooting come around, we're gonna win some games. So I think we gotta pump the brakes and just realize that it's early, man. It's only 16 games. It's early. It's early. Man. And if you guys been watching basketball as long as I have, or you've been watching basketball as long as you've been watching it, you know that it's about peaks and valleys. You know it's about 1 minute you here, 1 minute you there. We always have to be consistent in New York. One thing, we always say, and I think Sean Powers and a lot of you guys always say, we need to find more consistency. RJ need to be consistent. A lot of these guys need to be consistent. And once they get the consistency down, I think you'll see a better Knicks team overall. I think it's huge to have Evan Fournier. It's huge to have Mitchell Roberts come back. Let's hope Evan Fournier can find his place, because Evan Fournier, just speaking of just with Jeff Wood, I think Jeff Wood hit it right on the head. Evan legs fresh as hell. He can't get 8 minutes because and you think about it, he played the whole summer with the FIBA, playing in the national game, went to the championship game, only lead the FIBA games. He come right over into this training camp, and he did it last year. He had noodle leg, but now that he's got a chance to rest, and Jeff, I was hoping he can make an impact, man. Because the cat can shoot the ball, you know what I mean? So let's see, man. Let's hope these guys can turn this thing around and just get a win. But right now, I'm taking 8-8. I'm taking 8-8 and running with it all day right now at this time of the year, Shot Powers. And D. Cool said Grimes is starting. I love it. We need Grimes perimeter defense on Devin Booker. I love that move. I'm glad. Appreciate that, D. Cool, that he's doing that. And first and foremost, salute to the chat, man. D. Cool, Jeff Woods, Tim. Salute to my man, Tim. Tim, you know what it is, man. Short show tonight, so we just ain't going to open it up tonight because it's so short tonight. But you're always welcome up here anytime, any day, man. But tomorrow will be different because I made it short because of the game, and the Giants game is on, blah, blah, blah. So instead of going an hour and a half long or 2 hours, I made it an hour tonight. But Shot Power, we just got to try to just go in there and play harder there and get a win. We do that. I think we're gonna be okay.
Salute D Cools for that update right there, because there's so many. I'm still looking through some of the things. Some people got Grimes. There was Fournier. Some got Mitchell Robinson. So I don't know. Today's a throw up there. We'll see when they put the lineups when we actually get to the game. But I just believe if we right now we're missing some things, and as time goes on, I hope that we can capture those things back. The 3-point shooting is critical for us to make a move upward in the standings. And if we could get, right now, we're probably averaging around 29% as a team from 3-point range, that's right now, that's unacceptable. We need to get closer to 36% in order for us to compete a little better out there. We get gritty sometimes. We kill teams in the paint. I think almost every game so far, almost every game, not every game, but almost every game, we beat teams in the low post. We beat teams in the box. You know what I mean? And if we could continue to do that and shore up our 3-point shot, I think we'll be a more effective team. But like I said, we really don't have shooters, but we do have people that can shoot the ball, like a Jalen Brunson. I believe Jalen Brunson's percentage will go back up closer to what he did last year, to 37%. And I also believe with Cam Reddish being on the court more frequent, I think his percentage will go up from 25 to at least 34-35% from the 3-point lane. We'll see RJ. He'll get it together. I believe he'll get it together. The one thing that is his shooting it doesn't worry me. The reason why I think that they left him out on the court so long for these last couple of games when he was so sick, to make sure that he knows where he wants to shoot a shot. And those shots usually from that right-hand corner of the elbow, he usually makes. And from the corner on the right-hand side, he usually makes those shots. So once he gets back to, hitting maybe 4 out of 7 or something like that, we'll be in better. We'll have a better range of how we can win the game. With them, the one thing that hurts us is we're not hitting our 3-point shooters, and the defense is collapsing to grab the rebounds when we make misses. So we have to start knocking down some of those shots. And, from there, I hope Mitchell Robinson comes back tonight. I really do.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, real quick, let me throw this up here just to show you. If you look at the Knicks overall shot power in the next game, after the Thunder game, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their next 7 games is at home. And then obviously December 9th, they go down to Charlotte. Then they come back with the Kings at home. See, now the schedule's starting to turn in their favor. You know what I mean? Think about after that Thunder game, they got the Blazers at home, the Grizzlies at home. They go to Detroit. Then they come back with the Bucks. The Mavericks going to be in the Garden. The Cavaliers going to be in the Garden. The Hawks will be in the Garden. So a lot of them teams that they beat us on their court and everything, now we get to come back home and play them. And hopefully maybe Mitchell Robinson got back in the rhythm. Hopefully Cam Reddish be back. That's why I said this schedule is going to be a big test for the Knicks. And because now they have 6 of their next 7 games will be in Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? So, you got to take that for what it's worth. I think that's a good look for there. And they could do that. And then obviously they got the Bulls. I don't understand that. On my birthday, December 14th, they got the Bulls in Chicago, both games in Chicago. That's crazy. I never seen nothing like that, really, to be honest with you. But then they got the Warriors at home. They got the Raptors at home. Look at that schedule. The Knicks got so many home games before Christmas. It's bananas. That's why I said don't count this team out yet, man. Them cats got a chance to go in there and still win a certain amount of games, man. And they play well at home and hold that home court down. I mean, you got to take that for what it's worth. I think the Knicks going to be all right there. So I do like that home schedule finally starting to work in our favor. And they blessed us with going on a road for 6 games. They blessed us with being at home for 6 games. So I like the NBA did that. And we just got to take advantage. We playing some high echelon teams, but sometimes when you play at home, you got your home cooking and all that stuff. It works to your advantage as well. So let's see how it goes. I think that might be a good look for the Knicks overall if they could pull that off.
Yeah. Just showing what you just showed, Divine. We just got to get through this West Coast swing, man. There's a couple of games that we should be able to capture. We'll be at home. We can't let people come to our home and want to eat our food and stuff like that. And we just have to get a little tighter with the rotations, and we need to get these guys healthy together again to try to get Cam Reddish to play with Mitchell Robinson. To have those 2 guys on the court together would be major. I don't think we really seen them too much play play as many minutes together being a Knick this year. So hopefully Cam Reddish and Mitchell Robinson can get back out there, and we need to hit some 3-pointers, man. We need to get a little bit better at 3-pointers and keep driving it to the hole, man. Everybody drive it to the hole, man. We kill teams and beating them in the hole.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, to the chat, everybody in the chat and everywhere you streaming from, man. What do you think is going to happen between now and the trading deadline? Do you think, somebody put that question in the chat earlier? I think Danny put it in there. I anticipate the Knicks making a move. I really do. I don't think this is going to be the roster we carry out the rest of the season. I do think the Knicks are trying to get out of this thing out of the screen. I don't know what's the problem here. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, for the screen acting up. But I don't think it's going to be the final rosters that we're going to have. So I do think the Fourniers and the Derrick Rose, it all depends how this thing go. We'll see. That's why I say it's important to kind of pump the brakes and don't get too down on the Knicks, man. Like I said, we come out this West Coast trip and we come out there on top of 500, knowing that we got 6 out of 7 games at the Garden. So let's say we out of 6 out of 7 games, we wind up going 5-2. The noise will be squashed. It'll be squashed. Or we go 4-3. We still playing over 500 basketball for the season, and so I'm going to stay a little bit optimistic about the thing. And hopefully that we can take advantage of this thing and move forward with it, man. I think we will. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Knicks going to do moving up, man. But it starts tonight in about another 15, 20 minutes. We're going to be in the Valley of the Sun. We're going to try to go in there and steal this thing from these guys. And if we could do that, I think we're going to be good to go tonight. So let's hope that we can find a way to persevere tonight. Come on, play hard, play some defense, knock down some shots. Because like I said, these cats is not shooting the ball well. That makes a big difference. And then if we can find a way to go on some 3-point shooting that you talked about and play some defense, which is our staple, we might be all right tonight. And the NBA guy, listen, everybody play teams without their star players. We're not making excuses for the Knicks, but everybody play. When one night we played Minnesota without Rudy Gobert, we beat them. But then Minnesota went out there without Rudy Gobert and beat somebody else. And it just happens that way. It all depends how you play on that given night. Even on the night, even though we lost to the Warriors was fully loaded. Can you imagine if we'd have had Mitch or somebody or Jalen Brunson would have had a good game that night? We might have had a different outcome, or RJ would have been efficient. So I think we just got to say, you know what? We got a good squad there. We don't have a bum squad. Knicks is not a bum squad. They wouldn't be 8-8. You know what I mean? They got a pretty good team there. They just got to put it all together, and hopefully that we start getting healthy like everybody else. Everybody in the NBA is injured. See, people, even though we played a lot of teams without their star player, but we also had, they might not have been star players, Shop Howard, but Mitchell Robinson is pivotal to what the Knicks do. So he might not be a star player, but he makes our team better. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're missing players that make your team better, your team suffers. And I think that knowing that without Mitchell Robinson, he made our team a little bit more weaker on the defense, and that's why we was giving up a 145, 119, 121, blah, 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 so on and so on, because his defense presence changes the way the Knicks can play defense. When you know you got Mitchell Robinson back there, your wing guys can play the defense different. You know what I mean? So, I mean, though he's not a superstar, he's an important player on our team. And I think sometimes, even if Rudy Gobert would have been there the other night, and if Mitchell Robinson presence would have been there, I still think the outcome would have been the same. Because I think Mitchell Robinson would have neutralized what he could do, and he might have made a difference in that ball game. You know what I mean? So, let's see, man. Hopefully we get healthy again and Cam Reddish don't be out too long. I just want to see the Knicks fully loaded. I want to see Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Randall, Brunson and Mitchell Robinson on the court together, starting the game with a fully loaded starting lineup, and see what them do. Until that happen, I'm not gonna count the team out. You know what I mean? I just gotta hope they can win games when they can win games. Shop hours.
Yeah, this is once we can get a little bit more healthy, you know what I mean? I'm not putting off anything about the Knicks or nothing like that. We are what we are. We are 8-8 right now. So we're winning games that we need to, and we're losing games by a little bit. You know what I mean? Most of the games that we lose are by a little bit. You know what I mean? So we get a little bit more acclimated with the team. We start hitting some more threes. We'll be a fine team, man. The one thing that I hope that we can do is just push some pace, grab some rebounds, and hit our free throws. Those three criteria that I say almost every cast that we've done is something that the Knicks need to do every night. If they can do those three things every night, we have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, real talk. Yep. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a fun game out there in Phoenix tonight. Hey, guys, I apologize for that. The screen was frozen. I couldn't get that thing off the screen, so I apologize for that. And I didn't get the chat in here. So I'm getting them in there now. I apologize for that. Y'all know how we do, man. The chat is where it's at. You guys is what it is. And salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Peace to God, Allah wise, and Kazi time. Hope free to you for coming in, man. Real talk. Will the Thrill. Salute to you as well, my man. I'm glad to see you in the building. Sorry for what happened out there in Colorado, man, with that mass shooting. Will. Prayers out to your people in Colorado. This shit is gun violence. Shit is crazy, but we live to live another day, man. But we just got to get back at it. Stay focused, man. You can't win them all. We ain't going undefeated. So even though we predict wins every night, that's just what we try to do. Because I think on any given night, if the Knicks play good basketball, they can beat just about anybody. They just got to put it all together. And let's hope that RJ Barrett have a good efficient game tonight. Jalen Brunson bounces back tonight. And we be a little better tonight. Maybe Quentin Grimes can make a difference if Cam Reddish is out. He can pick up where Cam Reddish left off and hit that 3-point shot and D up the perimeter. If Mitchell Robinson played, it makes us much better in the interior. And then with Cam Reddish might not play tonight, that kind of opens up the door for Obi Toppin and Jericho Sims to stay in. Now with Cam Reddish going down, that you can slide Obi at the 3 and let Jericho Sims play the power forward spot every now and then tonight. So it's still a good opportunity for us to win some game. Let's see if we can win this thing tonight, man, and get back over 500. But I'm good though. I really am, man. Like I said, this thing could be worse. It could be worse. We could be 4-12, and Tibbs would already been out the building. I don't. He would have already been up. But right now, we there. We right there in the thick. We win when we lose one. We win when we lose, and we're not playing good basketball. Once we start playing good basketball, you're gonna have a lot of naysayers in here, man. They're gonna be saying this stuff. They just not. They're gonna be like, okay, now they 3-point ball is rising. Jalen Brunson is not gonna shoot 29-30% for the rest of the season. I can guarantee you that. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. RJ ain't shooting no 29% for the rest of the season. Right. That ain't happening. I don't care what nobody say. And you can prove me wrong if you go look at the numbers. Don't lie. They don't lie. That ain't gonna happen. I think Julius Randle is shooting the ball pretty well. You just got to be more consistent. So I think this team will turn around and get a little better, man. I'm not even worried about it. You know what I mean? It's a long season. And then, if they don't turn it around, then I'll be the first one to come on Knicks Real Talk. Get your crow out, put some Sweet Baby Rays on it, and I had to eat crow the rest of the year. But I know I ain't going to have to do that. I'm not concerned about it. We've been watching basketball too long in our lives to know that it's about peaks and valleys. People going to be had one night, they're going to be bad one night, they're going to be good. And we just got to get consistent, Shop Howell. And once we get into that consistency, We'll see. We see how this thing happens. You know, what I mean, we just got to go out there and play, man. Just go out there and play hard. I know it ain't the end of the world. The sky ain't falling. So
Yeah, on to the next.
On to the next, brother. Live to fight another day. You know, and that's all it's going to be. And I think that's what it is. But right now, I think coming off the West Coast trip, regardless of what you may think about Knicks, y'all got to be happy that the Knicks is still 500 off a 5 or 6 game West Coast swing. We still 500. If you're not happy about that as a Knicks fan with the way we've been playing basketball, and we still able to tread water and maintain until we get better, then I don't know what to say. But I'm good, man. And I think we're gonna go out there and compete today. Whether we win or not, we're gonna compete. And I know that. You know what I mean? We lost that Warriors game, but we competed. I did not think Klay Thompson was going to finally turn it around. But I did say in the show that like, you know what? All night, Klay Thompson was sticking up the joint all year. It's going to be that one night he might turn it around against the Knicks. And he damn sure did. He can't turn it around. Had a good game. So let's see, man. Let's see what happens today. It should be a fun game, good matchup. I want to see Devin Booker, what Quentin Grimes can help. You ain't going to be able to stop Devin Booker. That cat is legit. But you got to put pressure on him. No Chris Paul tonight. Cameron Payne got knocked down a 3 with ease. He's a pretty decent 3-ball shooter. You know, obviously you got Mikal Bridges, probably one of the better defenders at the wing spot in the NBA, coming out of Villanova. You know what I mean? With my man, actually with Jalen Brunson, they played on that championship team together. So I mean, you know, and you got Ayton out there. Crowd, like you said, Crowder might fly back on the plane with the Knicks tonight. We don't know. The Crowder might fly back on the plane with the Knicks tonight. We don't know. I think it's gonna be a competitive game in a few more minutes, man. But listen, man, y'all got to get it popping. My Giants disappointed me today, man. That was a game that we should have won. That was a must-win to let them come into the in our stadium and beat us up, man. I just didn't. I thought that was we could have literally won that game today. And if the Eagles was losing to the Colts, man, we would have been in first place in the NFC, man, in our division. And man, you know, so it's time. Hopefully, we bounce back. It'd be fun. We got Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles coming up pretty soon. We got to rebound. Let's keep our heads up with the Knicks, man. That's a long season so far, so good. Yeah. I real talk. I appreciate that a lot. I bear witness to that, brother. Real talk. You know, it's a long season, man. We just gotta keep grinding, man. Keep grinding, you know, and that's what we're gonna do. And we'll see. And if he drop, hey Tim, if he drop 40, that's cool. Long as everybody else don't do nothing. So he can drop 40, long as everybody else don't do nothing. He can score 100, but you better shut everybody else down. I think Knicks come play tonight, man. We've been 500. We win when we lose, when we win when we lose. When we come to play. And let's get it, though. Listen to the chat, man. Shot Power, let me get your last words. Knicks about to get it popping in a few minutes. I know everybody ready to get in there, get their nourishments, get their refreshment. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, leaving out the door. You know how Knicks Real Talk do. We in the building. Divine Shot Power, let's get it, man. Shot Power was good, brother.
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let's get this win tonight, man. Push this pace, grab some rebounds, hit our free throws. I think this is going to be a more defensive-minded game. I think we win 108 to 104. It's going to be close, but I think we can pull it out at the end.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. This is going to be definitely a defense. We had to bring our A game on the defense tonight because them cats can get it. They really can get down. They defense have been playing good ball this year, guys. Let's keep that in mind. Literally, they defense haven't been playing good ball this year, and not having that floor general like Chris Paul there, you know, helps us to a degree. But Cameron Payne can get it. I'm gonna go 110 to 101. Knicks pull it out, get that. I'm 9-8. And we know they predicted to lose, but that's just what we do here. It's not because we know they're gonna win. We like to predict. We like to hold the prediction. If they play their game, we think the Knicks can beat anybody. If the Knicks play their game, they can beat anybody. And that's just what we do here. We think tonight the Knicks gonna be on their game. We think they can win. I mean, you know, and let's hope they do that. I think Julius Randle can really show out tonight. Or they got to get it popping. You're right, otherwise he get back to business. Tim got Suns 115 and 98. Okay, Tim, let's see how that pan out, man. Real talk. But listen, man, salute to the chat, man. We appreciate y'all coming in today on this busy Sunday with football, basketball, everything. Tim, peace to the God, Allah wide, my man, Cash Out, James, my brother, salute to you. Jeff Woods, thank you for coming in. D. Ross, you already know how we do, man. Salute to everybody. May 4th. Let's keep it moving, man. Core Mega, salute to you, my brother. Will Thrill out there in Colorado, salute to Will. P Nice, Pud Nice in the building. Swish Ball, salute to you. May 4th again. D Cool, everybody. Eddie Alvarez, Eddie, you know what's good, man. Salute to you as well. Jeff Woods again. May 4th. Kaz D. I hope I'm saying that right. Kaz D time. Salute to you, Kaz. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Real talk. Appreciate you up in the chat with us. Let's go, man. Let's go in there and try to get this W, man. And one more game after that tomorrow. It is a back-to-back tomorrow, guys. So the Knicks will be playing tomorrow night. So y'all look for the notifications. I notify everybody. We get back ahead tomorrow. Hopefully, we got some good news to talk about with the W, man. And we keep it moving. D cool again. Salute to you, man, and everybody. But listen, man. Knicks Real Talk. Divine, Shaw Powers, the chat. That's where it's at. You already know, man. Let's get it, man. We holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Have a good game, man. Enjoy the game and everything, man. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight fact. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's hair space that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. The city decks is on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.